I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After seasonal highs in the 60s to the low 70s this afternoon, mostly clear skies and light winds, allowing for some patchy frost to form in low-lying areas by tomorrow morning, with overnight lows right around 40. In behind a warm front, tomorrow our warmest day of the next week, with highs in the mid-70s to the mid-80s. Low pressure tracking across the northern plains ushers in westerly wind gusts of 30 to 40 for tomorrow night through Wednesday. A few areas may see some light rain with a cold front. Highs cooling slightly to the mid-60s to the low 70s on Wednesday. The forecast is dry for Thursday through the weekend when a ridge of high pressure builds to the west. Daytime highs warming into the upper 60s to the 70s with overnight lows in the 40s. In the long-term forecast, it stays warmer than normal this weekend through October 29th in Nebraska and Kansas. The ridge of high pressure breaks down for above normal rainfall in Nebraska, Kansas, and all the way to the west coast this weekend through October 29th, especially for late next week through October 29th. Quiet weather covers the U.S. for much of this week. Mostly below normal temperatures in the central and eastern U.S. contrast with late season warmth across the west. Windy weather accompanies the warmth in some areas, especially in the northern plains. During the mid to late week, a cold front triggers some rain across the eastern third of the U.S., helping to reduce the drought but delaying the harvest. Farther south, late week warmth arrives from the southern plains to Florida. Dry weather prevails the next 5 days from the central and southern areas of California to the central and southern plains. Western areas of the southern plains were missed by recent rain, but soil moisture is still mostly good, though that is beginning to wane for wheat establishment. Western precipitation is confined to areas from the Pacific Northwest to northwestern Montana. In central Brazil over the weekend, scattered rain was closer to what usually falls during the wet season before lighter rain this week. Southern Brazil continues to deal with flooding and wetness issues for filling and harvest of winter wheat, as well as corn and soybean planting. Planting in southern Brazil still progressing, but heavy rain is expected again much of this week. Argentina was dry over the weekend, a pattern that continues to be unfavorable for filling winter wheat and corn planting. Northern Argentina should see some rain early this week, but the main central growing areas are expected to not see much. Rain chances in Argentina improve this weekend through early next week. For the Black Sea region, rain was light this past weekend. Better rains continue across Ukraine today, but rain is less impressive over southwestern Russia, where soil moisture is the lowest. Rain chances increase late this week and weekend across the northern Black Sea region, and more rain is possible next week, improving the soil moisture prior to the winter freeze. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.